Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with Napoli as we approach the end of the January transfer window on the back of a stunning run of form that we will look to continue today, but against some tough opponents. Now the first match is against 18th place Sampdoria, so I do expect us to win that game, especially given the run of form we've been on. I mean, these two results against Inter Milan and Juventus were absolutely sensational, so hopefully we can keep that going. We'll then play Fiorentina, who we beat last time out 2-1 in extra time, so hopefully we can do a better job there. We will be away from home, it will be difficult. And then we have the league leaders, Rome, coming to our stadium. That is going to be a really tough match, but hopefully we can get the win there. That might even close the gap on them a little bit. And we'll finish today off with a match against bottom club Bari, which should be a comfortable victory. For this match against Sampdoria, I'm still putting out a very strong team. Raimundo has returned from a knock, but he is still going to be sitting on the bench for this one. So Morgenstern is actually going to lead the line with Diabate playing on the right-hand side, because Diabate is the better inside forward, and both are perfect up front. So I feel like this is the best way for now. If there's not goals coming or Morgenstern's having a bad day, I will take him off and put Diabate up front. Asensio also comes in for the injured Pires on the left flank. That game against Fiorentina was an absolute battle for us, and we did lose a lot of players to injury, so we are a bit of a makeshift team at the moment. In midfield, we've got Curo, Odja and Romero. In defence, it's Traore, Mancini, Koulibaly and Husai, if I remember to pronounce his name correctly, with Murray in goal. Mancini out to Traore. Now Curo, forward to Asensio. Just running into a man there, but he's released Morgenstern brilliantly, and what a save that was. The keeper did palm it back into action, but luckily his defenders reacted quicker than our strikers. But a great effort from Morgenstern. Koulibaly onto Mancini. Now Odja. Curo looking to bring it forward. We are looking good today. Ball just given away there. Odja. Back to Curo. Inside to Asensio. Morgenstern's there. He finds Diabate. Back to Curo, who drills it into the bottom corner. A lot of unselfish passes there when they had the option to shoot, but they created the better angle, and Curo finishes it off to give us a great lead. Diabate on the ball. Puts it inside, but Ivan cuts it out. He's then tackled by Odja, who releases Morgenstern, who still cannot find the back of the net. Ivan with the free kick. He finds Nicoletti. Husai with a good tackle. Now Diabate running between two midfielders. Finds Curo. Ball just switching to the left flank. And here's Asensio. Fouled by Scalera. Asensio takes the free kick. He puts it in low. It comes back to him. Now Romero. A little bit packed in there, but Traore's out on the left. Good change of pace there, and he finds Mancini, his defensive partner, to make it 2-0. They are in the wrong end of the pitch, but they are showing the strikers how to do it. Free kick from Morgenstern. Dinks it in. It comes back to him, though. He'll have a strike, I think, and he does finally get the goal that he's very much deserved. He's impressed me up front today, and it's important to remember he's got 13 goals this season. He is a big factor in our run for the Champions League places. Traore with the throw, finds Romero. Wall into Balbuena, now Odja, out to Traore. Finds Odja again. Into Morgenstern. Diabate's in there, but it's gone to Husai, who finds Morgenstern again, who finds the back of the net today for the second time, but it could have been 5. Corner from Florenzi into the middle. The keeper came but didn't reach it. Asensio back to Florenzi. Pulls it towards Odja on the edge of the area, but now Mutu has it, or Muto rather, and he's found Char, who's in on goal, but he's put it wide. Well, there is the full-time whistle on another excellent performance at home, and that change in tactic, just keeping the fullbacks a bit further back, really has made such a big difference. We made the change at the start of last episode, and we've since won 5 games. We're now up to 3rd place. We are above Juventus. That is absolutely amazing. 4 points clear of the 5th place team. Inter Milan also 4 points behind us, and we're 5 off Milan now, AC Milan. Still 9 points off Roma, but if we beat them in this episode, there's a chance that we could be within touching distance of that title. Well, it is transfer deadline day, and I've managed to hang on to all of our players. There's not anybody currently on their way in. I think that bringing in Diabate was a main piece of business that I wanted to do, get that extra striker in up front. Otherwise, I am very happy with the team for the objectives that we have this season. I think we're going to really have to strengthen both the midfield and defence in the summer, but for this season we're doing okay. It is worth noting though that a lot of players, especially today on transfer deadline day, have come to me and said they want to leave the club. There was interest from clubs like Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, quite a few big names out there for the likes of Raimundo, Morgenstern, several midfielders. Mancini was also in the mix there. Husai was in there as well. But I've told them that I will promise some Champions League football next season if they stay. So everybody's still happy. No morale's been hurt and nobody has had to leave. But if we don't qualify for the Champions League, we could have a real problem on our hand at the club because we'll lose half of our first 11. Now for this match, even though we've got the Roma game in just 3 days' time, I'm still putting out our strongest team. Or certainly the strongest team that I can for this one, because there's no point beating Roma if we lose to Fiorentina, and quite frankly Roma are a bit of a fantasy in terms of being able to catch them. We need to focus on the teams below us rather than the ones above us. Champions League football is the priority, and I'm not going to risk losing 2 games for the hope of being able to beat Roma. So it's all about this Fiorentina game for me, and then we'll take a go at Roma. And for this one, we are playing with the same front three: Morgenstern, Asensio and Diabate. The midfield only has one new face in it, and that's Selegas, who gets a rare start because Asensio is further up the field and Odja not quite as fit as I would like. Then we have Traore, Pacheco, Mancini and Husai, the back four. Koulibaly is injured and not fit enough to start, and Alex Murray is in goal. Traore with the throw. Curo back to Traore into Asensio. He tries to dink it in. Diabate's header easily saved by Dragovski. Traore sends it in towards Curo, but Duncan has stolen the ball. Curo does win it back though. That's a determination that we like in our team. Ball forward to Traore again. Slips it down nicely for Asensio. He sends it to the back stick. Diabate couldn't win the header. It is cleared out as far as Lucas Romero, but here's Selegas. Just hanging on to the ball. Romero into Curo. Now Diabate onto Morgenstern. Husai, good position for a cross. Pulls it back to Diabate. It ricochets to Asensio for an excellent finish to give us that crucial away lead. Capone running at our defence. That's a tame effort at Alex Murray, but the first shot that Fiorentina have had on target in a game that we are controlling. They got 3 strikers pressed very high up in our defence. It's going to leave a lot of room in behind. And here is Curo out to Diabate, looking to run into the channels. Holds onto the ball, finds Selegas. Now Curo finds the ball to Asensio. Morgenstern's across. Instead he finds Diabate, and Diabate does get his first goal for Napoli. I've been very impressed with his contributions, and it's nice to see him finally get that goal. Curo launches a ball forward for Asensio. We're looking for a misery compiler here. He drags it in, and a Morgenstern is there with an excellent header. And this is the best football I've seen one of my teams play in a very, very long time. Odegaard with the free kick. It's headed out by Traore. I thought there might be a penalty given away there. Morgenstern nearly loses the ball, but Selegas follows up. Diabate can sprint down the right flank. Instead he cuts it into Curo. We've got a great counter-attack on here. And here's Selegas of all people, who is denied by an excellent palm from Dragovski. Diabate sprinting down the right flank. There is no doubt about who has been the better team today, and Diabate pulls that one inside. It comes back to him again, and he's just able to drift that one into Morgenstern. It's 4-0, and we're not even at half-time. Hazard cutting inside. He went for goal as well, but a good save by Murray. Ball rolled forward to Mancini. Here's Pacheco. On to Traore. I would like to get Pacheco into the team a bit more. I think he and Mancini could be our future central defensive partnership if Mancini is good enough. Pacheco definitely has the potential to. But here's Diabate taking it down the right flank. He chips it in, and Morgenstern is there again. A carbon copy of the last goal that makes it 5-0. And that is another goal for Morgenstern. Murray sends it forward. Now Mancini to Pacheco. On to Curo. Asensio slips it into Morgenstern, the hat-trick hero. Selegas trying to play it over the top for Diabate, but Blink gets there. Now Dragovski sends it forward. It's come to Odegaard. Are we going to see a consolation goal here for Fiorentina? All the start of a major fight back. It's Ottavio who gets in, and he does find Duvan, but a good block there by Pacheco when it was a certain goal. Well, we're into the last minute of the match. It is 1 minute of added time, and Fiorentina have the ball. If you look at the stats for this game, it looks quite even. For the longest time, Fiorentina actually had a majority of possession, and then out of absolutely nothing, Zapata has just cracked one from about 30 yards into the bottom corner to make it 5-1 and ruin Murray's clean sheet. It'll probably be pretty much the last kick of the game, certainly the last meaningful one. There is the full-time whistle. We have been absolutely sensational the last couple of episodes. That's now 6 straight victories since the start of last one, when we beat Inter Milan, and it means that we do move up. Well, we're still 4 points clear of Inter Milan, but Juventus at least temporarily dropped down to 5th place. There's a 4-point gap now between us and 4th. Juventus dragged straight down into this dogfight for 4th place. Milan still keeping their lead above us, but Roma actually slipping up at Genoa today. So if we win against Roma in a few days' time, we will be just 4 points off the top of the table. Well, guys, after that excellent performance and the run of form that we're on, all of that came about from changing our 2 fullbacks to a support role instead of an attacking role, because we kept getting caught out on the break in behind. I think bringing the 2 new centre-backs into the centre area because they're a bit younger and a bit more athletic, that has also helped fix the leak at the back, and it was also given a bit more space at the top end of the pitch, I think. And because that suggestion was one made by you guys in the comments, and I know there's a lot of Football Manager experts out there, I just want to know if there's anything else that you would change about this tactic. Now, I'm not going to change anything when we're on a winning streak. I'm not silly. But eventually, opposition teams will figure out our style of play. We'll have to change something else in order to get things working again. Another suggestion in the comments was about the 2 central defenders and the fact that I think at the moment we're playing a... if we can get the instructions up, we're playing a slightly higher line and using the offside track, but when you look at our 2 central defenders, they're not in line with each other, so we should maybe change them both to just central defenders. So drop the ball playing defender and drop to 2 central defenders. But if you've got any other suggestions about what might help the team anywhere on the pitch, you can see the team instructions as well. Just let me know in the comments. I'd love to get a discussion going between you guys about what you think is the right thing to do. So reply to each other, and also make your suggestions on what you think we might be able to change next time, if we do hit another poor patch of form where we need to change things up. That'd be really great. I'd be really grateful if you could do that and help me out a bit, and hopefully it will give us a good push that might even get us back in the title race. Well, now we have what could be a huge game in our season. If we do beat Roma today, we will be just 4 points behind them at the top of the table, which would drag us right back into the title race. If we lose, I think it is definitely over and we now need to seriously worry about our top 4 position. I don't mind a draw in this game. It wouldn't be ideal. We should be getting the win. But as you can see in the table, the win... if we win, it'd only be a 5-point gap at the top because Milan have already won. But it would leave us just 4 points behind Roma. Juventus have also won, but will stay above them regardless of what happens today. And we will also stay 4 points clear of Inter Milan. But if we win, 7 points clear. So actually quite a lot riding on this at both ends. And because of that, I am trying something a little bit different. For the first time ever, we're going to be playing with Morgenstern, Raimundo and Diabate as our front 3. Now, I'm hoping they all have individual things. I mean, Diabate's perfect. I've got no issue with him other than that he's not, at the moment, at best technical striker. But Morgenstern lacks determination and Raimundo hates big matches, which he certainly is. But I'm hoping by shoving him out on the wing, he will do a better job there. And if Morgenstern is not getting a good reaction, certainly if we fall behind, I can shift Diabate up front and bring another player on, maybe Florenzi on the right wing. So that's my theory, is to see how this goes, because if we get a goal or two very early in this match, I think they will all play perfect and we will get the win. But it's going to be difficult to see how they react in a game of this size. Now backing them up in the rest of the team, we have Curo, Asensio and Romero in the middle. Asensio finally able to play in the centre of the park. I cannot wait to get Pires back from injury. We've also got Traore, Pacheco, Mancini and Husai in the back four. I think they're probably my favourite back four at the moment. Koulibaly is still not fit enough to play and he is still our best central defender. But I quite like seeing Pacheco and Mancini together in the middle. I think they could be our future in defence. Alex Murray, the Rock in goal. Well, first highlight of the game is for us, and it's Asensio finding Curo from the corner. There was no first man to clear that ball, and Curo was allowed to just volley it home to give us a lead in a game that we are, in the stats at least, completely dominating. We seem very much up for the fight compared to Roma, who've only had one shot in this game. We've had 63% possession. It's been quite nice just watching those stats creep up, but the first highlight of the game, we get the lead. I have made a couple of changes. I've taken off both Raimundo and Morgenstern because they had quite poor ratings, and that allows Diabate to go up front. You can see from our shot conversion rate, or certainly shot on target rate, that it's not where it should be. But fortunately, Roma still only had that one shot, which wasn't on target. So heading into the last 20 minutes, I'm quietly confident about this 1-0 lead. But I would love for us to get a second goal because it's still going to be very squeaky bum time in the last 10 minutes. Just a couple of minutes of normal time left here and we have absolutely shut Roma out today. Considering they're at the top of the league, a result like this is absolutely incredible. Not the 1-0, but the stats on the left of this screen are beyond belief. We've had 18 shots to their 1. We've had 62 possession to their 38. And we have won the game 1-0, and we are very, very much back in the title race this season. Now 5 points off AC Milan, who we play in not too long, I think, but we are 3 points clear of Juventus and now 7 points clear of 5th and 6th in the race for the top 4. We are in the form of our lives. We seem to love this time of year. When I came in last time, we had a sensational run from this point to the end of the year. If we can do that again this season with just a 5-point gap between us and the top of the league, we could win the title. So this is huge. This upturn in form is absolutely huge. Well, the final match of this episode is away from home against FC Bari, who I think are 19th or 20th in the league. If we just scroll down the table, we will see that they are 19th, 2 points above Empoli, but 4 points from safety, which is a big advantage for us because we should be beating this team quite comfortably. There is a bit of squad rotation. We've played so many games. It's that period in the season where you have the winter break, but then you're playing twice a week, every week for quite some time. All the way up to the end of February at least, and then the Europa League kicks off as well, so it really is quite tough going after the winter break, and that's why the team's not at full fitness. And it means that we're having to bring Asensio in on the left flank. We're playing Raimundo up top through the middle. He should be fine in this game. Diabate is on the right flank, and then we've got Curo, Selegas and Odja in the centre, with Traore and Husai on the fullback positions, and then Koulibaly does return with Mancini in the centre, giving Pacheco a rest after a couple of stunning performances. Silla with the throw for Barry, who've been in control of this game so far. 62% possession. He's put that one in. It is cleared away, but only as far as the midfielder. Here's Bro onto Ferrati. It's back with Ferrati, but he fortunately puts that one wide. But we need to step up our game soon. Rene with the goal kick or free kick, whichever that was. Now Silla bringing the ball forward. Finds Pizio. Here's Hinterseer. Loses out to Odja. Now Raimundo can launch a counter-attack. We've had 5 efforts on goal, none on target so far in this match. We have been very disappointing. And now Silla is coming at us again for Barry. On to Gibraltar, I think is the name of that man. Bro to Ferrati. Pizio into Gibraltar. This smells like danger to me. I think we're about to fall behind, and Ferrati is denied by Murray. That is what we have Alex Murray in goal for. Raimundo coming forward down the right flank. He's played through Diabate. Big tackle there, but Raimundo still has it. And he tried to pitch that to the far post, but it wouldn't go through. Rene sends the ball forward. We're before half-time, and we are being outplayed in every department by Barry at the moment. Here's Silla to Pizio. Now Gibraltar to Hinterseer. Ball back to Pizio. Bro looking to orchestrate something. Gibraltar Gives it away to Koulibaly, but he's not done his job very well there. It's still with them. Odja finally can bring it away for us, but we are really under pressure as Gibraltar gives away a silly free kick. Koulibaly is going to take the free kick. He finds Traoré. Can we get the attack forward? I'd love a shot on target before the end of this half. And here is Traoré, who puts the ball in, but it's a terrible ball, easily cut out. It's now cleaned up by Mancini. Selegas through to Raimundo, in on goal, but it's denied. It comes back to him, and fortunately we have got the breakthrough. It's a goal that we do not deserve even a little bit. Rene with the goal kick finds Chimino. He sends it forward, but it's come now to Mancini. We're already looking better in the second half. The team reacted quite well at half-time. Husai into Diabate. He's got Raimundo in the centre if he needs him. Instead, he's lost the ball to Bro. Gibraltar bringing the ball forward. It's given to Ferrati. Ball through the middle to Hinterseer. They've been trying that pass all day, and Murray is the one really keeping us in this match. Rene sending the goal kick forward. Now Silla on the ball. Finds Pizio. He's tackled by Odja, who's already on a yellow card. I was conscious of this the entire game, and he was going to come off at around the 60-minute mark, but he's gone and got himself sent off and leaves our team in a bit of trouble. This is a very sticky game, this. We might still be leading, but we do not deserve to be whatsoever. I'm not going to make any changes. We'll just have to play without a defensive midfielder. Corner from Asensio. We could do with a second goal here. It is into Morgenstern. Koulibaly is in there, and it's cleared away by Silla. So close to that second goal. Traoré with the throw-in finds Raimundo. Ball inside to Curo. Finds Asensio. It's ricocheted away, and Selegas picks it up. He does have Husai in a good position on the right. It wasn't the best pass to him, but Husai is going to try and do something here. Taking it out wide, and he is fouled by Silla. And this game is going to a million miles an hour here in the tackling department. Silla almost certainly about to get sent off by the referee. It will be 10 against 10, which should, I think, play to our advantage. We've still got 2 subs that we can bring on, but this should create a lot more space for our team. Asensio takes a resulting free kick, but it's easily claimed by the keeper. Free kick from Villalba, and he's hit the woodwork. How unfortunate can FC Barry be in this match? Well, there are 3 minutes of added time, and we are still 1-0 up in a game that we do not deserve to be leading. Murray has got the ball there, fortunately. But with 30 seconds left, we are going to absolutely steal this. And I feel so sorry for Barry, and Raimundo's in on goal. A big tackle there denies us a late second. There is still time for Barry to get a goal here. Gibraltar tackled by Selegas excellently. Husai trying to chase it down, but the ball has gone out of play. That will almost certainly be the end of this game. A game that we really should have lost, but have somehow managed to get another victory. I'm going to tell the team they weren't good enough. Florenzi didn't enjoy it, but everybody else seemed to react well. And it means that we are now still 3 points clear of Juventus, but 9 points clear of Inter Milan, 10 points clear of Palermo, and Champions League football looks pretty much secure already for next season. So we can start to look up the table towards AC Milan, who did win again and are still 5 points ahead of us. They are also in some sensational form right now. But if we keep winning, we will slowly chip away at that lead. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. And as you can see, our winning streak now stretches all the way back to the last match of November. We have won every game there except for one against Navarra. But that is a stunning run of form. It is another perfect episode, our second in a row. It's actually our third in the last 4, but we're doing incredibly well at the moment. And in the next 4 matches, we will play Udinese. We'll then have Inter Milan in the semi-final first leg of the TIM Cup, Cagliari away in the league, and Gladbach away in the Europa League. It's a big run of fixtures. Still just 3 or 4 days rest between every single one of those matches. We do not get a week off, even for the next sort of 10 matches. Not until this little gap here, where there probably will be either international football given its March, or there'll be another Europa League match. But either way, it's still just going to be absolutely hectic. But we are really making the most of it right now, beating huge teams on the way, and I have every confidence we can keep this run going. So if you've enjoyed this nice streak of green, do drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the series. But until next time, see ya!